Alright, let's discuss it. Obviously, I'm gonna discuss this interview, but just in general with Ange Postecoglu, does he need to stay or go? Like when it comes to a point where you're constantly lashing out in interviews, like you just look like you're sick of the job. Where, like we've all seen it with managers before. As much as we love Mourinho, we've seen it with Mourinho before. We've seen it with Antonio Conte when he was at Tottenham. Funny enough, um, when he was wigging out at all the reporters. Well, not he wasn't really wigging out at them, but he was kind of frustrated talking about this isn't my fault. It's an owner thing. Now I'm a West Ham fan. I don't really want Tottenham to do well at all. But when I look at this year, it's a bit of everything when it comes to issues. Like obviously the main issue is their owner, but they go through the same 2 year cycle all the time. And let me explain. For example, they will get a new manager in. Their fans will overhype it. Most of the time they do hire good managers, but they'll overhype it. You'll get people like Jamie O'Hara who don't speak for all Tottenham fans to be fair, but like you know what they're like. You still get that portion of that fan base that'll be like, oh, Tottenham are back, Tottenham are ready to get top four again, or this manager's going to end the trophy drought and all that. But they may get somewhat backed in the first transfer window. They have a good run of games, like 10, 12 games or whatever. And then it all becomes stale, and then the conversation and all the discourse becomes about the manager's style of play. Like, think about it. Happened with Mourinho, happened with Conte, happened with Ange. Every manager since Pochettino, this has happened with all of them. Now, for me, with Postecoglu, I think it's becoming defensible now. I feel like he will do well at a different club, but when you are 15th as Tottenham Hotspur, as much as you're not the main problem, you probably need to go. Because the players are probably not believing as much. But this is purely Daniel Levy in a sense where you need to back managers every transfer window. You can't just, go kart Travis Scott concert your way into just running a successful club. Because he ain't even really running the club anymore. He's just running the stadium at this point. But listen, Tottenham fans, neutral fans, let me know what you think. Actually, even before that, this interview as well. Like, you can't just lash out the interview. There's bad reporters and bad interviewers in this country. Like, but it is a familiar story that you're losing these games. You can't be frustrated at the guy who asked you that. If you lose these games in a repetitive manner, where the same problems are come up instantly every game, you're going to get questions like this. There's no way you didn't expect any different. But anyway, as I said, let me know what you guys think.